Vesper didn't like liars. She felt her darkness rear up inside her, but she quickly pushed it down. Not here. Not now. Put a sock in it, Snide. We'll win the league because we're the best, she pronounced, grabbing the ball. So, unless you can play on your bum as well as talk out of it, get up. She tossed the ball back to Tom and signalled to the ref that her player was under control. Traitor, Robin glowered at her, leaping to his feet and immediately forgetting his injury. Muppet, Vesper muttered, intercepting the defender's clumsy pass and sprinting away towards the goal. That's it, yelled the unfamiliar parent. Keep your focus. Pay attention. Pass, serve, is it really hard? Mr. Stepp screamed. But as she steamed down the pitch, Vesper wasn't passing to anyone. They'd kept a tough game to a 0-0 draw. Robin was right about one thing. They really needed this win. There were only a couple of minutes left. Vesper needed to score the winning goal, and she needed Alicia to see it. The goal was looming larger with every lengthy stride. Vesper was on the edge of the box. Once that ball hit her left foot, she was absolutely unstoppable. Oof! With an almighty shove to her back, Vesper was absolutely stopped. Ref! Ref! She protested, trying to ignore the searing pain in her ankle. Umpire! Mr. Stepp shouted from the sidelines. That looked like a bad thing. Oh, so now we're allowed to call a foul, sighed Robin Snide. But Vesper didn't have time to deal with him. There were bigger things at stake. Come on, ref, Vesper insisted, her ankle now on fire. He brought me down from behind, in the box. Stone cold penalty. Thank you, number 9, I'm aware of the rules, the ref answered, bringing her whistle to her mouth. Tom Stone blew Vesper a sarcastic kiss. Vesper could feel the darkness fester again as her fists clenched at the ground. She'd played fair and done the right thing, and this was how Stone repaid her. The darkness formed shadowy images of all the things she'd like to do to this lying, cheating... Ref! The parent screamed. Where are your glasses? Which game are you watching? Vesper gripped the grass, breathing through both the pain and the urge to go and teach Tom Stone a lesson he'd not forget. But she knew she couldn't let the darkness out. Not here. Not anywhere. Vesper struggled to her feet, making sure she didn't wince at the throbbing in her ankle. She could feel Alicia Carr's eyes on her. Injured players were weak, and Vesper needed Alicia to know how strong she was. The rest of her team were crowding the ref now, appealing for the penalty. Vesper kept her voice out of it. She didn't want the scout to see her argue with the ref, and she didn't trust what she might say if she did. Batting away the protesting players, the ref finally blew her whistle and pointed to the penalty spot. Yes, Vesper celebrated, grabbing up the ball. Penalties were her speciality. She was ice cold. She was unbeatable. She was... You're injured, whispered a voice in her left ear. It was her teammate, Rishmi. Vesper didn't really have friends on the team, or anywhere else for that matter. She didn't understand friendship, and it didn't seem to understand her. Besides, between training and the farm, she didn't have the time. Rishmi was probably as close to a friend as she had, or needed. Vesper, you can't take the kick, you're limping, Rishmi insisted. Let me, I can do it, you know I can. Vesper knew that Rishmi was an excellent spot kicker, if she was completely honest, nearly as good as Vesper herself. But Alicia Carr hadn't come to see Rishmi. She was here for Vesper, and Vesper was going to give her something to watch. I'm fine, she insisted, carefully placing the ball on the spot. I've got this. You sure? Whispered Rishmi. I honestly think... Well, I'm honestly the captain, so it's my call, Vesper snapped. So if you don't mind... Rishmi reluctantly retreated. Vesper turned the ball 3 times. Not for luck. She didn't need luck. But it couldn't hurt. Come on, Vesper, Mr. Stepp yelled encouragingly. Make it an ace. Focus, shouted the parent unhelpfully. You have to focus. Vesper quickly scanned the small crowd of parents to see if her dad was there. He hadn't made a game all season. She understood how busy he was, especially at weekends. He promised he'd try today, though. But Dad wasn't there. Again. Vesper refocused and eyeballed the goalie, who was rocking in a squat.